you are. All right, and hello everybody. How are you doing? I did not realize that I had my Spotify playing. I was playing some Star Wars music, which means I'm going to get in trouble for having that on when it goes onto YouTube. So, yeah, that's where we are now. I'll probably just leave this up there whole and just cut that out. And yeah, that's where we're at for that. So, hi everyone, this is Michael Cannon representing the TooMedToo Star Wars Network. We've got your fix, and this is episode 26 of the SEPTIC Tank. And it has been a pretty busy, pretty crazy week. Let me unplug that. We don't need that plugged in. I mean, just with, I'm probably going to miss some stuff or lose some stuff with things that came out today. Or not today, in the last week with finding out about action figures that came out and towards the end of last week and just kind of the shit show that Hasbro Pulse was, and then them releasing more stuff but not telling anybody. So, you know, people that have the bots just pick them up and everything of that nature. I want to let you know that this is brought to you, before we get any further, by the patrons of the TooMedToo Star Wars Network. On that, we have Christina Flores, Kylo Customs, Chris from Kentucky, Heidi Federer, and Rural Farm Boy. In the chat right now, we got some people watching, but the only people in there that are talking right now, we have Dale and RFB. So thanks for stopping by the chat. Thanks for hanging out with us. I honestly, I haven't looked at. I was on Twitter a couple times today. As you guys know, I've been staying off of Twitter just because it's pretty much a cesspool of hate. And even the people that think they're doing the right things in the world are pretty much the biggest offenders of that. And I strongly feel that way. It used to be a good place to go. It was like a family. And now it's kind of like, if you don't agree with me or you have a different opinion than I do, we're going to cancel you, or, you're a hate person or whatever. It's just, it's just gotten taken over. It's just kind of crazy. But anyways, I don't want to really dwell too much on that. I got Squadrons and I went to go play it and I got an error message, and it took me 2 or 3 hours to deal with them about that error message. And then after that, they're like, you just have to wait. So I went to bed. It was like 4 or 5 in the morning. Now, mind you, I had on the phone with them for 2 or 3 hours. So, this happened at 12 o'clock. So the next day when I tried to contact them at 12 o'clock, and they told me, oh, you just have to wait a few more hours. Then they told me, oh, just get a refund and reorder it, which I did do, but I lost my pre-order stuff. But there was, really nothing that anything could be done. It was either, don't play the game or wait until we get it fixed. And I was like, you know what? The pre-order stuff wasn't really that important, and maybe I could work something out with them. But yeah, so yesterday I played a lot. I played for about 10 hours, and you guys know me. I'm not a good gamer. I'm not, really that whatever. And working through the storyline, which, is pretty cool. And, I guess I could have dropped down the level to just go through and play a little bit faster or a little bit more quickly just to get to it. But, it's kind of like you need to do the story mode first, so you learn what to do and the way things are. It's really training you and teaching you what to do. I mean, you don't have to, but I mean, here are the controls. I know you guys probably saw this. Here are the controls for the game. Every button is used. Every way you go, down doesn't mean down or up. Everything's backwards. Everything's just going crazy. It's still a lot of getting used to. I was doing the gameplay mode yesterday, and I forgot how to do something. So, it took me quite a while to figure that out. But Squadron so far is pretty amazing. I did, not most of the story mode, but I did story mode yesterday. I was on for 10 hours. I was streaming it on Live It. If you guys haven't heard me before, I stream on Live It now. Just download the app and you can go find me over there. I'm on there pretty much all the time because, right now I just got informed I'm going to be out of work until at least the middle of November again. And Danielle just returned to work. She reopened up her restaurant, and I got nothing to do. So my plan is now going to be in the morning when she leaves, I'm going to do a couple hours. And I know I've been saying this for a month, but I'm going to do a couple hours of editing. Right now, I lost a lot of videos that I had. So I'm just going to kind of start from scratch. I have a bunch of toy videos to do. I have this book came out. The Mandalorian, the art imagery. I did a really quick, just glossing over it. Like, here you go. Here are a couple pictures. I'm going to do a little bit more in-depth view. Probably throw it on for the Patreon or whatever. I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm just talking on my ass right now. But I'm still way behind on podcasts. I haven't done edited a podcast since I got back with my computer. So, I'm going to do a couple hours of stuff in the morning. even if it's like, oh, it sounds like a lot. Even if I do 3 or 4 hours, it's still going to take me months to get caught up with everything. Just that's what happens when you're doing 10 or 15 hours of work a week, and then you don't have a computer for 2 or 3 months. That shit all adds up, man. So I mean, that's kind of where we're at right now. And if you notice, I officially have my office set back up, or I have my office. So we're back to the old backdrop, not the living room with some toys behind it. The toys are in front of me now. I get to look at them and stare at them. You don't. Sorry. But you've seen them before. And, I do. I literally have right now 1, 2 boxes, 3 boxes, 3 cases of Funko Pops that I've gotten that I need to do openings for. So there's a lot of stuff coming out. Some of those things are just going to go into storage, but I don't collect Funko Pops, but I acquire them. These were things I needed to acquire. But we have somebody in the back that wanted us to stop on here, I guess, today. Let's see who it is. Let's get this going on. And Rural Farm Boy, how are you doing?
Michael, yeah, I used to be, but I'm still me. How you doing, bud? You holding up good?
I'm doing okay. I'm doing all right.
That's
Uh,
my little brother. Good, good, good. You got a
I
lot of stuff to open up yet.
I got 3 or 4 boxes that came in the last couple of days to open up, and um, that will probably be done on Monday. I'm having a special guest. I always have a featured guest on Monday night.
Mm-hmm.
It's Mr. Dylan Gray. He's a huge Star Wars fan. He's probably haven't heard of him before. I found him through various other platforms. I'm trying to kind of reach out and stay away from Twitter just because, it's all, it's I mean, I don't want really to talk about it. It's just crazy over there. It's cancel culture, and this person says this and 20 people jump on it without even saying or doing anything else. But I don't want to harp on that. I've talked about it enough. And people that used to be friends of mine, not even something comes up and then like they don't even contact you or say, hey, what's going on? They just kind of, they just fucking drop you. Boom, there you go. And I heard this rumor, or this person said this. Well, this person's a fucking lying psychopath. So, what are you going to do about that? But, I mean, just there's been a bunch of things over the last year or so. And it's just, and I just don't have time for that. So it's like, I want to go find positive people. And that will sit there and like, I mean, so something came up recently and it was just people are like, well, we need to have facts, we need to give people the benefit of the doubt, and and they got crucified. So it's just a big cluster.
It is.
But
Agreed.
yeah, so I mean, I don't really think there was much that went on with Star Wars news this week. I mean, I'm really out of loop. I've been out of loop for a couple of weeks or longer than that since I've been on Live It, and I'm not listening to podcasts anymore. That's not a personal choice or anything. I just don't have time to, because if I'm home when I would normally be listening to a podcast or doing something, if I'm streaming on Live It for a couple hours, that couple hours I am busy, and don't get those in the playlist. So
I've still been kind of missing your Live It posts because I want to kind of try to jump in there when you're live on Live It when I'm not at work to kind of participate with. But for me myself, my playlist still, I don't post it, but there's still many things I give a listen to. I just choose to not share it just now.
I mean, I still have my list, and it's like, the ones that I listen to every week religiously, I was going to say the Box Tank, but that's my show. The ones that I listen to all the time religiously, the Sith List, Bad Motivators, Blue Harvest, a couple other ones that I'm, a patron for, or my Patreon or whatever. I'm just behind on those, and I'll never catch up. I'll probably just kind of have to start over or whatever, or honestly wait until just have to take this break until I go back to work. Whenever that is. Like I said earlier, I went back to the doctor, and my lungs aren't any better. I can't pass a physical to go to work. So they, instead of doing the prednisone for 2 weeks, they put me on 3 weeks of prednisone. They doubled the dosage. And then I need to let 3 weeks to see if that works. And then I go back to the middle of November. So hopefully the middle of November, they give me the okay. I have to go for x-rays and CAT scans and everything all this week for that, so that they can look at those and, see if they need to change anything up or whatever. But, that's pretty much where I'm at right now.
Well, feeling for your little brother, sending force healing powers your way, however I can.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. And,
I also found some new shows, and I'll find a way to go and share them as I find them for other folks to go and give a listen to in the Twitterverse in one or other kind of way, because I've been listening to so many shows for so many years, and the newest ones that I find that I think's worthy of giving a listen to, I'd hope that friends would also give these new folks a platform and a way to give a listen to, because they're very worthy of that listen.
Yeah, I mean, if it wasn't for you posted on Twitter, I would have probably never found the majority of new ones. There was a group of podcasts, a podcast group that's no longer a podcast group anymore, for various reasons, that I used to listen to. And I kind of, they're still all friends. We're still, friends or whatever. But the group, the network isn't there anymore. For it. But it's still the same people, still the same friends. Raj has the Sith lists, podcast list. If you go to their website, that's on there. And there's I'm on there. There's a bunch of people that were never part of that group that are on there now. So it's just good to go and check that out. But yeah, I really didn't have too much planned right now. Some of the regular people that are on here, Christina, she's busy working. She's doing a haunted house right now, and she's working every night right now. So even if she does get home, she comes home and goes to bed. So she hasn't been hopping on. Kylo's been on. I mean, I know you catch it, but the last couple of weeks. He was on last week. He was on the week or prior to that. The regulars that used to be here every week. One person won't be back, but that's probably for the best. This is a late night for you, so I was surprised to see you stop by. But so a lot of the regulars are people that will stop on. You still have Patrick. Patrick's probably working right now. I didn't talk to him today.
Yeah.
But Patrick's working. He won't get on until 11 or 11:30. So, it probably won't be that long of a show today. I was on Live playing Star Wars Squadrons with my buddy Space Roach VR, who you can find on Twitch and not Twitch. I don't know if he's doing anything on Twitch anymore. You can find him on Live. He's on Twitter as Space Roach VR. He's really heavily into the VR games. So Star Wars Squadrons is a VR game, but I don't have the VR set up yet for it because the new Oculus Quest 2 comes out on the 13th. So 10 days from now. And it's half the price and twice as good. So I'm just waiting for that, and then I'll be playing in VR.
I'd like to ask, what's your thoughts on you're playing Squadrons. Would you want to stream any of it through your YouTube?
Yeah, I can do that.
Oh, okay. Then I'll be on the lookout for that, because if you're going to do stream and live chat through Squadrons, count me there, buddy. I'll be there even for a live chat. just to follow along. And if you can find any place that carries, I know it just happened when last evening. I would love to know when somebody puts up the story mode for this game. I want to follow along for somebody that's going to tell the story of Squadrons. I want to. I don't game. You do, and I want to know what the story is. So where can I find the story mode of Squadrons? If you can find
If
it, tag me.
I'll let you know. I'm surprised it's not
Yeah,
up there
please
yet
do.
because it's a short game. So, like you put on story mode and you
Mhm.
just go through it. Like, you don't even have to fight anybody or do anything. I mean, you do, but they can't blow you up, and you just sit there and all the things that you would normally have in gameplay that would hinder you from advancing aren't there.
Mhm.
So I'm surprised somebody hasn't done it because it's a really short. Um, if you do it on story mode, you should be able to have it done in 10 hours. So I figured that,
Oh wow.
somebody would have already had it done and put up there, that next afternoon or next morning or, whatever it happened to be. Um, or the smart thing would have been to do would be to play it and, record it. And then while you're recording and playing it, have someone else, editing it so that you're the first one up there, so everybody's watching it.
Mhm.
But like I was saying, I had just I didn't get to start playing until yesterday afternoon. So I was ready at on it was supposed to come out Friday, so I was ready Thursday evening to start playing it because sometimes they release it early. If it was going to be a 12 o'clock midnight release,
Mhm.
it was rumored to come out at 8 o'clock or whatever. So I was ready to play it, and it just never came out. And then 12 o'clock hit, and I had to, um, do some stuff with the computer and
Mhm.
ready to go play it. I got an error message. Sorry, you can't play it. And then,
Mhm.
um, it took, hours being on the phone with tech support or chatting with tech support,
Jeez.
and trying to, just get everything figured out. And, it didn't work. So I had to return it and then buy it again. So I lost it gave you some avatars or whatever for it. I lost those, and then it was really no other choice to just sit there and wait, and it wasn't really worth it for me to get the avatars. And I'm going to try and contact Steam or whoever it is, that I can contact and say, listen, is there any way for me to get these? Because it was you guys' mistake. It wasn't mine. You guys had an error, and I couldn't do it. So we'll see what happens. But there's worse things in the world that are going on right now than me not getting an avatar, um, or whatever. So.
So
Um,
you ain't got to plant your butt in your pilot seat in Squadrons just yet. You're not started?
oh yeah, I played it for about 10 hours yesterday.
Oh.
Um, I
How do
said
you fare as a pilot, in
horribly,
your own words?
horribly.
Oh. I think I saw there's quite a few friends that I seen even just today in the Twitterverse that feels like they're really badly lowly pilots that want to play, but just don't even make it through 10 seconds, 15 seconds before they're done shut out.
It's gonna be for me. It's gonna be doing the story mode
Mm-hmm.
and then hopping on and playing with friends and doing a mix of that. So, when you're doing the story mode that's building up practice, when you're out there fighting other people or fighting a computer, it's hard to really practice and get down what to do, what you need to do. The story mode's set
Yep.
up where you have to learn how to accelerate and decelerate and braking, and it's teaching you the fundamentals on what to do. But like what my problem was is you started off with an X-wing, so I did pretty good with that. And then I moved to an A-wing. Well, there's one mission with the A-wing That dude, it fucking took me about 3 hours to beat just the one mission. So it should have been about a half hour to an hour, I'm going to guess. I just kept dying over and over and over again. And, so I played for probably 5 or 6 hours using an A-Wing. Then I went to go play today in the group mode. And I was like, I'm going to use an X-Wing. And everything's different. Controls are different. Like if you actually got in a real plane, if you can fly a plane, you can fly a plane. But, the difference between flying an F-16 and a Warthog are completely different. Yeah, you could probably fly both, but it's just, they're just off a little bit or a little bit different.
So they kind of put you in the midst of combat.
You start off and you're going to, it starts off right after the game. So spoilers, even though we know we're full of spoilers here. It starts off right after Alderaan.
Okay.
And you play a little bit on Alderaan, and then you go to after the Battle of Endor.
Okay.
And that's as far as I've gotten.
Well, I can't wait to see what your thoughts are. If you think this might have a bit of crossover with Inferno Squad in some or other sort of way, because Iden Versio was along for the Battle of Yavin, and then she was also along for, on the Empire side, with the Battle of Endor before she crossed over to become a rebel. I wonder, you're deep in the story. I'm not familiar with yet.
There's I don't want to really talk. I mean, I'm sure if you go online you can find out about it, but I don't really want to talk about it right now.
Okay.
Next week when I get through it.
Yeah.
That's like I was saying, Danielle's back at work, and I'm home by myself, and she leaves for work at 9 o'clock in the morning and gets home at 11 o'clock or midnight. So I'm home by myself during the day, and I have nothing to do except, now because she's not here, I have nobody to hang out with. So, I gotta take care of the puppy and edit videos and play Squadrons. And that's pretty much what I'm going to be doing for, till at least the middle of November. And I mean, and I'm way behind on books. I need to get caught up on books. I need to, take an hour or two and do some books, and then take an hour or 2 or 3 or 4 hours and do editing and videos. And then, do whatever I need to do for the rest of my day for my life. And then, spend a couple hours playing the video game. And, when I say a couple hours, that could be 3 hours. It could be 10 hours, just depends on the day. And, people might think, oh my God, playing 10 hours. Well, if you've ever played video games, you could realize that 10 hours go really quick. Now, when I was playing the story mode, that was kind of like, I could tell that I was playing for a while because it was just nonstop trying to do the same thing over and over and over again. It was repetitive. But today I played for 3 hours with my buddy, and I mean, it just flew right by it. And I missed dinner. I was going to play for a little while, and told Danielle, I was like, I'm just going to play for a little while. I'll come out, to help you with dinner. And I came out, and I was like, hey, is dinner ready? I forgot to come out. And she's like, I'm starting it right now. And I'm like, okay, well, I'm going to go record, I guess. I got the septic tank to do. So it was just, because then it's different, and I'm talking with somebody, and, so those ones can, make it go faster. Now this last one, I played, some guy had some microphone issues, and I don't know if he was just an asshole and doing it on purpose or what, but I was yelling at him to turn his microphone down. Oh, can you hear me? Can you hear me? And it was just so much feedback coming through that nobody could hear anybody. I was screaming. Danielle's 80 feet away from me in the front of the apartment, and she can hear me because I was screaming so loud. So my neighbors must have think something was going crazy, and I was going fucking crazy because I was screaming at the top of my lungs, trying to get him to turn his microphone down so that the other people that are in this group can communicate with each other. Because I mean, you can go and do your own thing; it's fine. But like let's say, I'm, a rebel, and I have to go attack a cruiser or a Star Destroyer at one of the missions, and then we're fighting against X-wings and TIE fighters and bombers and interceptors and whatever else. So yeah, I mean the story at your trading does do progression. It starts Alderaan, Endor, and when you're playing in the game mode, you're playing now in now time. You're playing Alphabet Squad or you're playing Infernal Squad. The minute details or the finer points of that, I'm not really sure. Exactly what's going on because I haven't gotten that far yet. Hey, Patrick. Patrick, are you around? Do you want to hop on here for a couple minutes and talk about squadrons with me?
Oh, I didn't think I was going to get the cross paths with Patrick.
Well, I don't know if he's going to be on here or not. I don't know what he's doing. He just said, "Hey guys, playing squadrons tonight." But
that's why I'm here tonight, because last week I caught the stream afterwards when Patrick was on, and then Kyla come on, and I thought, I just want to sit and talk with my friends. That's why I'm here this late right now, because
and we a couple of weeks ago we had Pappas on. He stopped on, so some of the the real friends or the true friends or whatever have been swinging through. Here we go. Here's Patrick. Hello.
Hey, up.
What's going on, man? So
Patrick,
how far are you into squadrons?
Have hardly played the single player. I've been doing a lot of multiplayer actually.
Oh, okay. I'm the complete opposite.
Yeah, I normally would be the story person, right out of the gates, but I decided I was like, you know what? Enough people want to play multiplayer this weekend on opening weekend. I said, let's make it happen.
Yeah, well, I don't know if you just hopped on or not, but I had issues. I couldn't start playing until yesterday afternoon.
And then they dropped a PC update today. I saw.
Oh, so, I didn't even see that, but yeah. So I was getting a message that my account was locked by EA. So I was on the phone and chat for like 3 hours, 2 or 3 hours when the game first came out. 1, 2 in the morning, and they had no idea what to do. They were like, just wait. The next day, they're like, just wait. And I called back and they're like, oh, well, just return the game and you can reorder it and that will fix the problem. I did that, didn't fix the problem. Then I called back, and all this is, sitting there out waiting for an hour for someone to answer the phone or the chat to come through or whatever. So, I was just sitting there for hours, just waiting, trying to get this fixed. And then, finally the guy's like, well, it will get fixed eventually. And I was like, dude, I know this isn't you, but you understand how many hours I've lost on this and how many of my friends have been planning this. And I just kind of had to bow out, or, I can't even try and get involved into the games or leagues or tournaments or anything right now. And I was like, and now I'm losing my pre-order shit because I have to cancel the game to reorder it. And now it's not pre-ordered anymore. But so then I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I went to go try it. It loaded in VR. So once it wouldn't load regular, I tried to load it in VR. It loaded in VR. I stopped it and then tried to do it regular and it started right up. And I was like, dude, and I uninstalled it and reinstalled it. I tried everything that they tell you to do. And it just, nothing was working. So, I got way behind. And then yesterday I just played it all day long for about 10 hours. And
so you're burned out. You've actually put in more time than I have.
Then I played it for about 3 hours today in multiplayer mode.
I think I played about 5 or 6 hours between the story and the multiplayer so far.
So, Patrick, how have you been holding up in multiplayer on your end?
Holding up okay, but the guys who seem to be higher level, who've already done a bunch of the upgrades and, unlocking stuff, it definitely has its advantages. But the thing with this is that this game is very balanced. So if you upgrade a specific component, it takes something else away from you. So it's definitely a game about balance when it comes to working your upgrades and figuring out what works best for your play style.
Okay. So I will go and ask what I asked of Michael. I'm not a gamer. I don't have PlayStation 4 nor 5. If you come across a place that I can watch the story mode of this game, please pass it my way, because I would love to know this story.
I would not be surprised if somebody's already uploading it right now at this moment. I know Kyle Katarn's doing a live playthrough you can watch. He's going to be setting that up for YouTube videos. Um,
I'm familiar with them.
Yeah, so he'll have some stuff up you can watch. I'm not sure if anybody else is. I know a couple people are just doing like live streams and stuff, mainly in multiplayer.
Well,
Yeah,
if I can't catch it this week, then I'll take a look next weekend. But thank you, Patrick. Thank you.
as of today, when I looked a little while ago, I didn't see anything, and I was telling
Yeah.
RFB that I'm surprised someone didn't just put on story mode and just play through it just to get the story mode up there and be the first one to have it on there, because I mean, that's going to get you clicks, it's going to get you views,
Yeah.
to do that. So I'm just surprised that no one's done it yet. I mean, with Fallen Order, it was done, in a day, and that's that story mode's 3 or 4 times as long, I think. But it's just, I mean, I don't think there's as much want for the story for this one as there is for Fallen Order, but I also haven't gotten through it yet. I don't think, and it's not going to really, it's not a new story. It's just going to be adding on to stuff we know. Like I was telling RFP, you start off in Alderaan, and then you go to,
it's pretty much the only prelude to this whole story. Is it starts, right after the events of Alderaan being destroyed. So,
and then you go to Endor.
Yeah, post Return of the Jedi.
And that's as far as I've gotten in the player book, because I don't know if you've gotten to that part, but where you
I haven't yet.
Okay. Well, there's a spot where you have I mean, this isn't a big deal. This is all just learning. So there's a Star Destroyer that gets disabled. The rebels get control of it. The Imperials want to get it back, so they send a couple ships to come get it. So you have to destroy those ships. The first 2 are easy. They're far away. You go and you kill them. The next 2 are a little bit closer, so it's harder to kill them. The next 2 are like right on top of it. So I forget if there's 6 or 8, but I think there's 6. And I could get it down to 5 for about an hour and a half or 2 hours. But that 6th one I couldn't fucking do, and it drove me crazy. I stopped. I was streaming it on Live It. I stopped. My buddy's wife was, talking to me, like trying to keep me calm or whatever. And I was like, you know what? I went and took Delilah for a little walk. I went and sat down and I had some ice cream. I talked to a few people, took a little break so even though, like I say, I played for 10 hours, I really didn't, because I took a break for an hour. But it was still just running, and then like a couple other breaks here and there. Like I got up and did stuff. So, I mean, it's probably closer to 8 hours, but still, yeah, I've done, I've done probably 10 or 11 hours in the last 2 days. But yeah, it was all, the one was just that chunk of learning. And then finally I did it, man. It was like, I sat down and like, I took my break. I sat down and I had some ice cream and I was talking to somebody and I did a little bit of ice cream. And I got destroyed. One of the worst matches I've ever had on it. And I was like, oh my God, this is going to take me forever. Boom. Next one I won. And I was like, there you go. That's like, sometimes you just need a little break and need to, not strategy, because I was trying all different strategies. But it was just like, man, was I just missing something? Was there something I was supposed to do that I wasn't doing? Just trying to get that figured out. So,
well, I know power management's huge in the game when it comes to the multiplayer combat, for sure. And just timing on countermeasures and when you fire stuff like missiles or whatever. So it all comes down to timing and just balancing your power and just how you control the ship. So
yeah, I mean, it's literally, it's nonstop, giving more power to my engines, giving and maneuverability, giving more power, stopping that and giving more power to my shields while I'm doing that. Yeah, I mean, it's just nonstop. It's it's going to be interesting because I actually ordered what is a HOTAS?
HOTAS.
A HOTAS, and the one that was recommended to me because it's VR ready, because when the Oculus 2 comes out, I'll be getting that. So it's the joystick with everything on it, and I ordered it off Amazon. It's going to be here on the 5th. And I got a notification that it was shipped to me on the 1st. And last night at like 11 or 1 in the morning, whatever it was today, I got a notification from Amazon that I was being refunded because they were out of stock.
Yeah, because they've been severely, like, between not just that, but, the new flight simulator just launched for PC back in August. So you got a whole community of those guys who want to play. You got the guys who want to play all the other space flight sims. They want their sticks and they want to play. So and then you got all these other console gamers who need it for multiple different reasons. So it's just everything layering on top of each other. So stock is really tight right now.
So yeah, it's like a $70-$80 joystick, which is you can get a much better one.
That's one thing. Can I please ask?
Yep.
I've been listening all through this week to so many shows in my playlist, and it come up to Mike Carpenter and Jesse Eakin from Camden Cantina, and also Project Starhawk podcast, where they were bringing up HOTOS. Can somebody please give me a definition of what HOTOS is? I know it's in relation to gaming, but I kept screaming. I was yelling back at Mike. Can somebody please tell me what the hell HOTOS is?
I don't know. Patrick might know the actual definition.
I don't know the acronym, but it's basically a joystick. And instead of it being like different joysticks how they used to be, where the throttle was on just the side of the stick on like one tiny stick, HOTOS is really cool. It has a separate throttle that you can detach and reattach to the actual stick.
Is it like a twin joystick that has like the throttle on one side?
Yes.
And the other side is where you go up, down, left, right.
Yep.
And such. Okay.
And then it's got twist rudder capability too, which is really cool.
Understood. Thank you.
I can even go get mine and show you if you guys want to see it. It's a little bit older, but yeah.
I'm right on top of that, Rose.
Oh, okay, yep.
So you can see right there, it's the joystick with the box. This one is this is the joystick, but it has the throttle on the side.
Yeah, I think that's the one I have.
Here you go. It's the joystick with the throttle on there.
I'm pretty sure that's the one I have.
A lot of these, you get like this one right here. It's a little bit more advanced because you see all these buttons on there. It's actually for like not just gaming. It's for like actual flight simulation. I'm going to guess this one.
Yes, that one's mainly for combat flight simulators like oh gosh, what's that game called? I can't think of it right now.
But see, this is the one I need.
The Thrustmaster with the separated throttle quadrant, and then you got the rudder pedals that come with that too. I don't even want to know how much that costs.
Right now it's going for $376, and it will arrive at December.
That's not bad. That's really not bad.
It'll arrive in December.
The pedals themselves are about $150 to $200.
But according to my buddy that I talked to, who's actually in like the gaming world, Dale says it's a hands-on throttle and stick.
There we go.
That's what it stands for. Okay.
That's like a picture in words. Thank you, Dale.
But like this, so like this one, you don't need. This one has on the side. I can't rotate to show you. I don't know.
No, I get the point.
But this one, you don't need this. This one has the throttle on the side, so you don't need this. So you can just get away with the joystick, is what I was told. My buddy spoke with or posed the question to one of the. I don't want to say who things were because I don't know what's supposed to be coming out for this. But one of the top companies that was testing it with all the different controllers. And he said, just go with that one. Go with the Thrustmaster. The Thrustmaster is about $70 or $80 regularly. Right now on Amazon, it's going to take 2 weeks to get, and it's up to about 130, 140, 180. I think the 131 was like a month, and then like to get it in 2 weeks is like 180. eBay's actually cheaper than Amazon right now. eBay, you can find them for about 120, 130, and they'll be here the 10th to the 14th. So I think that's where I'm gonna end up going, just because, you know, the longer it waits, they're just gonna keep going up in price, and they already have, like, I the one I bought was $80 off of Amazon, and you know, after it was supposedly already shipped, and I got a shipping confirmation and shipping number, 2 days later, I'm told it's sold out, which is just kind of fishy. I don't know about that, but you know, it is what it is. Nothing I can do about it. So, you know, it just sucks. But yeah, so, you know, I got a good deal on it, and now I'm gonna have to pay twice as much to get one. But the longer I wait, the more expensive they're getting, because the cheaper ones are being bought up, and then the people that have them for 160 are putting theirs to $200 because they're the cheapest ones. Well, why have the cheapest one when you can just bump it up? So that's kind of where I'm stuck at right now. Unless, I mean, you know, that's coming from, you know, because I need one that's VR ready too. So, you know, I could just buy the Xbox one that they still have a bunch of for this, you know, the same price, but that's not VR ready, as far as I know, or I've been told. So, you know, it's just kind of, yeah.
Well, I'm going to go and step back. I was glad to be here for a little bit. I was hoping to cross paths for a couple minutes with Patrick, and I'm glad we three got to be here for a little bit. But I'm going to go step backstage and keep up. I'll be in the live chat and see where the rest of the Bacta tank goes tonight. And if Kylo chooses to step in, maybe I'll jump back in. But Yins carry on, and I'll be backstage. May the force be with you.
May the force be with you, Earl.
I'm gonna bounce out as well because I got a match that's starting right now.
Ooh, okay. Go Patrick.
Yeah,
go.
I'm probably not going to be going much longer. You know, I mean, there's not. I don't think there was a lot of news. Was there any news that happened this week? I mean, there was really no news. You got the Mandalorian coming out in a couple weeks.
Comic news. I saw some of my figs. I think it was 40th anniversary figs or something. Oh, you got that early. Nice, man.
Well, no, this is the art. This is art and imagery. This isn't the art of book.
Okay, it's not art of. Okay,
no,
that's what I thought that was.
No. Oh, fuck. I wish. It's just pictures. I just need to do. I did a video for it. I just need to edit it, put it out. I just you know.
Okay.
I could have done it, but I decided to play Squadrons instead because, you know, it is what it is. But yeah, I'm probably gonna end it here too. Kylo's not coming on, I don't think, because he has some, you know, family stuff going on, so I don't think he's gonna be around this weekend. And but hit me up with a message. So you can find me on Steam. You're playing on PC, or you're playing on?
I'm on Xbox, but I can get you my information over Twitter.
Okay, yeah, send that to me, because me and my buddy Space Roach, he's Space Roach VR.
And I saw Pete Fletcher just got on now, so he'll be playing a little bit tonight too.
Okay, yeah. So you know, I'll be around. I'll be playing. You know, just trying to. Basically, I know you hopped on late, but I'm out of work until the middle of November at least, and Danielle just went back to work. So I pretty much have. Except unless I have doctor's appointments, but next week I have a doctor's appointment every day. Monday through Friday I have a doctor's appointment next week, and then I have some the next week too. But yeah, so unless I'm at the doctor, I'm going to be sitting at home doing Star Wars stuff, whether it's catching up on books, because I haven't even picked up Thrawn yet. So whether it's books or whatever, we're going to see. There we go. We got a nice little picture right there.
Getting the lobby going.
All right, man. Patrick, thanks for stopping by, and yeah, I'll definitely hit you up sometime next week. And yeah, I mean, I don't know what else to say. It's
yeah, we have to get a stream going or something with some Squadrons.
Definitely. All right, man. Thanks for stopping by.
Nice having me on.
Peace. See you next week, man. So yeah, that's Gannon 136. You can find him on at least Twitter. But Dale asks, Heidi Federer was talking about doing a group watch for, I believe, I don't know if she was talking about doing like a Mandalorian rewatch or if it was the new season of the Mandalorian coming out that she was talking about. But yeah, but she was talking about now Disney Plus came out with a new feature where you can do a group watch. I haven't really looked too much into it or figured it out, but it's great. Similar to like I think what Amazon did, where people can just go in to do it because people were doing it on Discord or sharing it, illegally. So at least this way they have a little bit more control, which doesn't stop people from doing it illegally. But no, I haven't talked to her about that. I just kind of liked it and said, yeah, I'm down for it. And we'll have to see. I've actually I watched them all when they first came out. And then after they all first came out, I sat down and I watched them all straight through, like a 4-hour movie. And then I really hadn't watched them, like sat down and watched them. I've turned them on when they're in the background, so it's just kind of like, like I do with my regular Star Wars movies, but the regular Star Wars movies, I've seen them hundreds of times, at least. So I can tell you exactly what's going on. When I hear a word, I can tell you where they are, what they're doing, blah, blah, blah. I don't have that with this. Or I'm streaming, I'll have it on, and now the way I have my office set up, I don't have a TV in front of me, which I wish I did. The TV's over here to the side. So unless I turn everything, sideways, if I'm streaming, I should be like this. I'm like this watching TV. So that really doesn't, if you're looking at the back of my head, it should be for different reasons. So, I got to get the septic tank in there somehow. But yeah, so, yeah, I don't know, man. I think that's pretty much about it. It's going to be a short one today. I have on a Star Wars nerd that I met recently on Monday night. He's also an author. He wrote a Star Wars rap. I'm going to talk to him about seeing maybe I can get him to do that little rap for me, and I don't need it to be done in a record studio or whatever. Just record it and fucking send it to me, and I can throw it as my intro or my outro to the show, or when I have the clock going for my countdown, or just start using that. All these things are up in the air and trying to do things. There's a lot going on right now. I'm way behind. I'm trying to get caught up, taking on new things, dealing with a lot of new stuff. The Patreon content, some of the things I've done, I've put up videos for Patreon or patrons only, and I need to do a little bit more of that, or some unedited. They're getting some unedited footage, so they're getting the same thing of the videos that I'm going to be doing, but they're getting the whole thing where with the chat and me being inappropriate and swearing because I messed up, and 4 different takes of something or whatever. So it's all, it's all going to come together, and it's all going to be wonderful. It's all going to be beautiful. And, this is the most fun I've had with Star Wars really in the last couple of weeks since I started the channel. When I started the channel, and it was so much fun and meeting new people and learning how to do things and this and that. And then, I burnt myself out and stopped, and then I started back up again, and I started, the Bacta tank and the septic tank and everything. And that was a lot of fun. Maybe not, maybe this isn't the most, but maybe starting back up was the most, but yeah, just trying to get everything figured out and, get it going on right now. And I think that's pretty much it. Unless anybody in the chat, we had a couple people stop in and get tanked with us. Unless we have anybody in the chat that has anything else they want to talk about, I don't really think there was much more going on here. Let's see what Star Wars says. Star Wars has a book club. There's the Mandalorian stuff. some Squadron stuff to do with your kids for that. I already talked about Hasbro Pulse just being a shit show, and a lot of the stuff that they had that was sold out. It's like you can get the armor. That's fine. You can order the armor. That's not a problem. But the exclusive one from the armor from Hasbro Pulse, that's $200 on eBay right now, and it's like, that's just fucking insane. Hopefully, once everything comes out and settles down, the price will drop to something more reasonable. The more reasonable price is still outrageous, but and I mean, that's just for me personally. I can't, it's not something special. It's not really rare like a vintage figure that's hard to get that you need to complete a set. I mean, yes, you do need to complete a set if you're a completionist, but you can get just the regular one. You don't have the one, with the weapons. Like I'm just looking over there right now on the Red Sith Trooper that came out. You can just buy that one, but you can get the San Diego Comic-Con one with 8 different weapons. That I bought mine for $50 instead of $20 that it should have been. But when they came out, they were $150. So hopefully the price drops down. Just like with the, just like with everything, it's a crapshoot when you buy when it comes out and it's $15 and it's on sale for $100 or $150 or $200. It's a crapshoot whether or not you buy it or not if the price drops down, because you take something like that, the Sith Trooper I was just talking about, that was $200 when it came out, $150 when it came out, and I got mine for $50. I don't even know what the price is on it now. I don't even really care to look because it's not really that important to me. You can check it out yourself if you really care to see what the price is on it. But I can tell you, like the Funko Pop that came out from San Diego Comic-Con, you've heard me talk about this for months. It was $150, and I watched it for a few months, and I didn't want to pay that much money for it. And then all of a sudden, I didn't look at it for a couple weeks, and it jumped up to $300. And I'm like, shit, well, I'm not buying that for, that much. And then, then it was $600. And I was like, holy shit. And I was like, all right, a couple months later, take a look at it. I'm like, oh, the price has to drop down. No, $1,200. Now they're selling for $1,500 to $2,000. And that's what people are asking for them, and they're selling for about that. So, people are asking for $1,500 to $2,000, and they're selling for $1,200 to $1,500. So as they sell for $1,200 to $1,500, the prices are going to keep going up. And, I mean, there's some of the Funko Pops that are, multiple thousands of dollars, $6,000, $7,000, $8,000, $9,000, because they were exclusives and people want them and people just keep buying them. And it's not really collectors, or it is collectors that can buy it and then double their money or add a couple $100 onto it, and they're flipping them. So, it's like all my stuff that I buy, I buy it because I either collect it or they're cool things to acquire, because I don't collect them. But Dale said that he watched the Star Wars book club, and they're a bit flat for him. Okay. And toys are the big thing right now, right before Christmas. I got a list of all of the blacks. I'm going to run and grab that for you really quick, just because it's fucking insane, man. Ooh, Brussels sprouts. If I would have thought about it, I could have pulled it up to show, but you'll get the idea. So Black Series that came out this year. Still more. Yep. Those are all Black Series. Yep. All Black Series right there. Black Series. More Black Series that came out. And more Black Series that came out. Yep, that's the Black Series for you. Oh, and Black Series that came out. Now there are a few of these on the list that came out March, April. These are coming out in November. These ones right here. Celebrate the Saga, Sith Order. Some of them don't even have names yet for them, but this is from Hasbro Pulse. I didn't count them, but you got to figure there's 10 to 15, 20 on each. I mean, there's maybe 20 or 30 on each page. So I have the majority of them, or have ordered the majority of them. So once again, I don't know if I told you guys, I have a Patreon page. You can go to TooMedToo / or patreon.com / TooMedToo or some whatever it is, and take a look at that. Maybe you want to help me buy some toys. Actually, no, that money doesn't go to toys. I use my money for toys. That money goes to computer equipment and everything else that I need. So I just see the little poor guys coming up. I got a new computer chair too, one of those ergonomic ones, and starting to be okay. I didn't like it at first, and the company are freaking morons. And I was like, oh, well, this doesn't work properly. They're like, jam a knife in there, it will work. And I'm like, that's your advice on your product? You spend hundreds of dollars on a chair, and their advice is jam a knife in there to get it to work. But I have to return it all in one box. If I decide to return it, I don't have the box I ordered it in. And I mean, it's a chair that's up to here. So I need to find a refrigerator box or whatever. I mean, I guess I could take it apart and try and find a smaller box, but whatever. That's not really that important, but we'll figure it out. If I decide to, I can break it down and do what I got to do. But I was talking about something else and I forgot when I started talking about Black Series. But yeah, I mean, Black Series, they're starting to go hard on those Black Series. They realize that people can make the money. And I barely looked at the list, but I know I have all these were 301 or 103, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I have those ones. The Empire Strikes Back. 1, 2, Return of the Jedi, 1, 2. So these are all ones that I've ordered. It should be getting shortly. They're the ones with the new boxes. Well, the first ones that I set with the numbers are just regular ones, and then you have like Empire, Return of the Jedi, Clone Wars, Mandalorian, and these are all the cool boxes. So then you have all of the ones that don't have numbers on them. Revan, Battle Droid, Boba Fett, Mountain Trooper, like those Jango Fett, DJ Rex, those are all the special ones. Some of those I have. I'll be opening up some of those on Monday. All the Rebels ones, the new Clone Wars ones that are coming out. Got notification, I believe, this week. Those were from Walmart, so and they're doing it where it's like you can get them from all, and then GameStop shared, Amazon, Target, GameStop. So they're putting them to specific people, which messes things up too, because then they're hard to get. So there's a couple on here that I know I don't have that I need to look into. But a lot of them are just the ones that say all. You can pretty much get those. Those aren't an issue. It's when they break them down to. So here's some that are going to be coming out. These are the 12. So Hondo, Shirt Emu, Luke Skywalker. Those are all 12. And then you have Incinerator Trooper, Carbonized Mandalorian, Carbonized Stormtrooper, Carbonized Cara Dune, Carbonized Imperial Death Trooper. Those are all December. Those are all from Walmart. Yeah, some of these I'm going to have to look a little bit more into. Those might be 3.75. Maybe I'm completely wrong with this fucking list. I am. Those are 3.7. All right, I'm a fucking idiot, dudes. Here we go. These last two weren't that. If you're watching this video and you want to comment about how stupid I am, you should have finished watching the fucking video, dude. It's only 3 pages of Black Series that came out, which is still, I mean, so we can go ahead and count these. But there's that one, the first 3 that I showed you. I thought I was missing a lot, and I was like, I didn't know if they did this, but I just printed this up and I haven't really looked at it. So that's on me. It was either look at this list and talk to you about the list without really going through it, or play Squadrons. And I played Squadrons. Sorry. But yeah, I think that's kind of where we're at today. I just got to get a little bit more. I got things set up now, and we're good to go. And get more of a schedule laid out instead of being so helter-skelter. And yeah, just trying to get things worked out and going well. So unless anybody else has anything to say in the comments, it's going to be a short one. It was a slow one, but that's what happens when it's a core group of people that come and hang out. That's what this is. It's not, I wish it got huge. It was really big, but I'd rather be real and have a few people hanging out here and get my 100 views on it than just be a BS artist. And it'd be nice to make a couple $100,000 a year, like some zeros out there. Just talking about fake stuff, but it is what it is, man. It's someday I'll get rich. A link for the list. It was from Hasbro Pulse. Let me see if I can find it. Let me see if I can find it for you, Dale. Hasbro Pulse. That's not it. I found it on Twitter. I thought I shared it, but I'm not sure if I did or not. I'll look for it and try and find it. But this is just what I was talking about. The San Diego Comic-Con Hasbro Pulse Black Series Endor. I think I canceled one of them because I accidentally ordered 2 of them. It sold for $99 or whatever it was. The cheapest right now, it's on eBay for $199. So you double your money on that just because they don't know how to do or whatever. I don't know. Whatever. We're not going to talk about that right now because we're in a great mood. Things have been going great. It's just good times. Good times. With that, that's a good day. May the force be with you. Always.